Well, hi there, guys. It is Monday, July the 11th, if you can believe it. We're already in mid July at this point. And a lot of things have happened over the past few weeks between Roe versus Wade and the surprise testimony that we heard about the January 6th insurrection and everything else. And it seems like every time I turn around at this point, there's something new. The big thing in the news today was the revelation that apparently the former chief of Uber, I guess, essentially did some serious questionable campaigning with the leaders and others of different countries to be allowed to do business there. And in some cases, actually thought of the potential for violence as a positive, which I really can't get my head around as much as I try. Um, I use ride sharing companies, I use Uber, I use Lyft because it's convenient, because I generally find the vehicles to be cleaner than your average cab when you're going places, and I like that better. I mean, there have been, in traveling in other countries, there have been situations where I don't know why the car was approved for service with Uber because it definitely didn't look like a safe vehicle, but overall, using something like Uber or Lyft um, seems in some cases better. That said, having heard what this particular individual did makes me think twice about using Uber, and I suspect that Lyft is going to get a lift in business as a result of these revelations. Today, as you can see, I have Ms. Beth laying down. Actually, she's stealthily managing this entire recording today, and she will, of course, voice her opinions and edit where necessary because that's just how she is. In personal news, I will be traveling to Rome, Italy, the last week in September and staying for 8 days. I'm really looking forward to it a lot. Booked my hotel room, so that'll be fun. And one of the things that excites me about this is because when I graduated high school, my parents sent me on a trip to Europe. I was 17, and most 17-year-olds, in my experience anyway, don't really appreciate the good things when they happen to them. So I spent 6.5 weeks in Europe traveling to several different countries at that point. But everything, it was a tour group, so there were buses and a very tight schedule and all that. And so that makes a big difference when you're having a trip. And at that age, I don't believe you absorb things as well as maybe you should. So the nice thing about this trip is it's for essentially 9 days. It's 9 days, 8 nights kind of a thing. And I'm going to start in Rome, do the whole Euro pass thing, and see about going up to, because north of Rome you've got Florence, you've got Milan, Genoa's kind of over to the left and down. Obvious, it's going to be fun, I think, and I'm looking forward to it. And it's going to be interesting as an American hearing what opinions are there. Now, I can already assume that when they find out I'm American, they're going to make the assumption that I'm a Fat Weasel supporter, and hopefully I can disabuse them of that notion. That's one of the reasons why I will not be traveling with my Red Rider hat. I think in this case, I mean, I will have a hat because when you're traveling, sun, all that, hats are important. I have my black leather Outback hat that I was given a couple of years ago and that I'm very fond of, so I'll have that with me. But it will be interesting to see what the opinions are over there, and so I'm going to try and do at least one podcast, considering I consider this a podcast, while I'm there, and publish that and try and share what I've been told people think and how I can try and reassure them of what people are trying to do to stop people like the Fat Weasel from coming back into power and doing any more damage to this country than they already have. I look forward to getting comments from you all on the YouTube videos, and I will respond when I see that somebody has said something. If you want to discuss stuff, if you have questions to ask that I can address on a future video, more than happy to do that. I'm trying to get more writing done and trying to focus on that. And so I've added to my tool collection that way to help me to do that. Still working on getting my Patreon caught up again. And to my subscribers, I'm sorry things have been slow. You don't deserve that. I'm doing what I can to improve um, my offerings there. So there are also some free stories there that you can read if you don't subscribe. But if you do subscribe, then there are things there, many more things there that you can read and enjoy and opine on if you wish. And I look forward to hearing from you about it. Um, I'm planning at some point to do at least a reading on some of my stuff, bits and pieces over time, and I'll put them on my channel um, in their own little playlists. So if you want to, you can go and listen to those. Um, I'm trying to do YouTube posts at least once a week. Sometimes that's not going to be possible for one reason or another, but I'm certainly going to be putting my best effort forward to doing that because, obviously there are people who like to, for whatever reason, hear what I have to say, and that's good. So, going forward, it's me and my big mouth political shit. It's Patreon related stuff, that kind of thing. And, if you have suggestions, I'm more than happy to listen. I will be keeping my clothes on. I do this for your personal safety. Um, I don't need to have people going blind at the whatever the hell this is. So, anyway, I shall talk to you all later. You have a wonderful week, and I will post things as it seems necessary and appropriate, but at least once a week, as I said, is my plan. Take it easy. You all have a fantastic day. It's been a pleasure.